Coming up on THS TV, one organization is showing their inner poet. We've got all the details on how you can participate.
Stay tuned because I've got all the details on this week's soccer tryouts and what the students are doing to prepare for the upcoming season.
Looking for a flick to see this week? In today's entertainment, reporter Matthew Killingsworth has got the inside scoop on new movies coming to a theater near you.
One app on your phone could be stealing personal information from your Instagram account. In today's Tech Talk, I'll give you the deets on how to stay safe online.
THS TV starts now.
Good morning and welcome to THS TV, Thompson High School source for news, entertainment, weather, and sports. I'm Alexis Lundy.
And I'm Michaela Williams. We are streaming on thslive.com. And now to today's top story. The Russian government is offering a $50 million reward for information about those who brought down passenger jet plane that crashed in Egypt. The government had initially resisted the theory that the plane fell victim to terrorism, but has now changed its mind. ISIS had claimed responsibility for the attack, but that allegation has yet to be verified. Russian President Vladimir Putin said that they will search wherever the terror cell may be hiding. For more breaking news and news on the fight against ISIS, keep tuning in to THS TV.
The third week in November means it's time for HOSA Week. HOSA Week is when members from across the country show their HOSA spirit and support their community. The goal of HOSA Week is to fulfill 3 goals: provide the school and community service, promote opportunities in healthcare, and show appreciation to the healthcare community. Yesterday, members began HOSA Random Acts of Kindness, and today they're preparing candy and thank you notes for healthcare workers in the area. Tomorrow, you can bring small boxes of crayons in the box outside Ms. Shattuck's room, 302. Donations for this will be taken through December 10th. On Thursday, all students are asked to join HOSA members in wearing scrubs. If you decide to wear scrubs, you will pay your first period teacher $1. On both Thursday and Friday in the lobby, you can challenge someone to bite a lemon for $1. All the donations raised from this week will be sent to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
This past Friday, the world watched as Paris experienced mass terrorist attacks, from shootings and bombings to hostage situations. The City of Lights went dark after roughly 129 lives were lost. As of yesterday, these acts of terrorism have been claimed by the terrorist group ISIS, and the French have officially declared war. But even though these attacks seem far away, around 4,500 miles from Alabama, they still hit home with some locals. THS TV will keep you updated with more world news as it arises. Now let's take a look at what's going on around our school in today's announcements.
The tennis team is having a fundraiser at Steak and Shake tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. Visit Mr. Huggins' room to get an invitation. The invitation can be presented at the time of payment, and the money raised will go to the tennis team. Support the TMS dance team by eating at Zaxby's tomorrow night from 5 to 8 p.m. THS senior class now has their own Remind 101 updates. Text at THS_CO 2016 to 81010 for important information and reminders for seniors. Mr. Huggins is sponsoring a toy drive for children at the First Light Homeless Shelter in downtown Birmingham. To contribute, please bring toys to room 111 by December 9th. Mr. Davis's Advanced Design Craft students are selling glass pendants for $5 in the library. All profits will be used to buy a new glass kiln for bigger projects. Come by and shop for Christmas presents and support our art department. That's all for today's announcements. Tune in to THS TV every day for your needs to know from around our school.
So are either of y'all going to be able to go to the basketball game tonight?
Go ahead.
Sadly, I'm not. We have a band banquet, but I would love to cheer on our Warriors because they always do great.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be able to go tonight, and I know they're playing Calera, and hopefully they'll do well. I know they played Chelsea last Thursday, and they were able to get a big win, so hopefully they'll do well tonight. And I'll tell you more about that in today's sports.
Still to come on THS TV.
Today's show, I'll take you to the court with a preview of tonight's basketball games and a look at their upcoming season.
Looking to get into the Christmas spirit? I'll tell you how after the break. We'll be right back with more THS TV, your source for sports.
THS Hoops is making its home court debut this evening. Starting off the night is the varsity girls playing at 6. In addition to this game, later on in the week, the girls will be playing at Clay Chalkville on Thursday, and on Saturday they will be entering the Spartan Thanksgiving Classic. Following the girls' game tonight, the boys' varsity team will take the court. Thursday, the boys will also be playing at Clay Chalkville, and Saturday they will be entering the Mountain Brook and Spain Park tournament. Both teams are coming off momentum of a victory in their season openers. Make sure to come out and support our Warriors. Tickets are $5 at the door. After training since October, the soccer girls and boys teams officially tried out yesterday. 76 boys and roughly 65 girls tried out, and about 15 to 18 players will be able to make each team. Tryouts consisted of one-on-one drills, passing and shooting drills, and several scrimmages. Former team members looking forward to getting back onto the turf. The team should be announced this week. The high school playoffs are now one step closer to the crowning state champions. In 7A, there were 4 quarterfinal games. In the top bracket, McGill-Tulane out of Mobile was able to cruise on to an easy win over Auburn High School, where they scored 42-3. In the second game of the top bracket, Central Phoenix City won in a close one, beating Robert E. Lee 20-13. In the south bracket, Spain Park just slipped by the #1 defense in the state, beating James Clemens 13-10. Finally, Hoover made a statement in their revenge, shutting out their rivals Vestavia 24-0. For the other classifications, teams are only in the second round. They still need to play the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the championship game. In 6A, Clay Chalkville remained undefeated when they slipped by Homewood 40-39. Spanish Fort, the former team of our very own Coach Freeman, handled Northridge 51-14. Austin High School will also continue their miracle run after beating Briarwood 27-0. In 5A, Beauregard ended Helena's championship dreams when they defeated the Huskies 30-7. Lastly, in 4A, Leeds shocked Montevallo, beating them 42-7. That's all for today's sports. Tune in for more sports headlines on THS TV's 5 on the 5s. Now back to Michaela with more news.
Last week, a few students got an introduction into the art of Poetry Slam. Library media specialist Gidget Gray brought in Montevallo grad student Jessica Hamlin to be a speaker to the club. Hamlin talked to the students about how a Poetry Slam operates, what a Poetry Slam really is, and what students should be doing in the club. The next meeting will be Friday, December 4th.
I remember when I was in high school, poetry was a very special thing to me. It was my own little kind of cocoon. And I was hoping that someone else would, when I was in high school, I was hoping someone else would understand that cocoon. They just thought it was weird that I did this stuff, but interesting. And I wanted to help create an environment where students who thought they had their own cocoon or wasn't sure if that was their cocoon or not, realized it's not a cocoon. Poetry is a community, and it grows, and you can really fly once you have others within your.
The Salvation Army of Shelby and Chilton counties are asking residents to step forward and help local children who otherwise wouldn't have a Merry Christmas. As of last Friday, the Salvation Army still had 278 children who were in need of sponsors through the organization's Christmas Angel Tree program. Through the program, the Salvation Army matches sponsors with children and provides sponsors with a Christmas gift wish list from each child. The deadline for delivering gifts to the Salvation Army warehouse for distribution to children is December 4th. To sponsor a child through the program, you can call the Salvation Army or email them at alabasterangeltree@gmail.com.
So did you guys ever watch iCarly growing up?
I definitely did. It was one of my favorite shows.
Yes.
I loved it, and I actually used to make spaghetti tacos because that was their big thing.
Yeah, well, there's a cast member that's actually just recently got married, and I'll tell you more about that in today's entertainment. Still to come on THS TV, I'll give you a list of flicks that will be hitting the big screen. You're watching THS TV, your source for entertainment.
Good morning, I'm Noah Peavy, and this is your Warrior weather. Today will be partly cloudy with highs in the low 70s and lows in the low 60s. Wednesday will be rain with 100% chance of rain with highs in the upper 60s and low in the mid 40s. Thursday will have clearer skies and a high of 66 and a low 46. Friday will have a high of 61 and a low 40. That's all for today's weather. Now back to Allison for today's entertainment update.
Hollywood has been buzzing for almost a week, sharing rumors of an A-list actor with AIDS, and now Charlie Sheen is speaking out and confirming some of those rumors. The popular TV show actor from 2.5 Men appeared on the Today Show this morning. Sheen announced that he is HIV positive but does not have AIDS. Sheen said that he shared his diagnosis with people he thought he could trust, but has still paid out $10 million to keep his illness a secret. He said that it was impossible that he could have transmitted the virus to others. He also revealed that he takes 4 pills a day to help contain the illness. For more information on his progress, stay tuned into THS TV. Nathan Kress, better known as Freddie from iCarly, is a married man. The former Nickelodeon star married his longtime friend, London Moore, this past weekend in LA.
Oh, it's been awesome. Honestly, I get now why people say that wedding planning absolutely sucks. It's kind of the worst thing ever, but it's also super exciting, and I can't wait for it to be over in a way because I just want it to be like the day. But we're only a couple months out now, so it's getting close, and it's getting really, really fun. She just had her bridal shower yesterday, so like everything's happening and it's getting all official. So it's been really, really cool. Everything I could hope to be, and honestly, all things considered, a lot less stressful than I think other people have made it out to be. But I think it's because we had like enough time to get ready. So it's been a lot better than I think.
Former cast members of Crest, Miranda Cosgrove and Jeanette McCurdy, were among the many guests at the ceremony. Other co-stars joined them in a photo booth to have a full-on iCarly reunion. For more I-Dos and celeb gossip, keep tuning into THS TV. There are a few movies coming out this week, with more on the way later on in the year. Let's toss it to Matthew with this week's upcoming movies.
Some of the best movies are coming up on the big screen very recently. and I'll highlight which ones you'll want to see. First up is the movie The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. As the War of Panem escalates, Katniss Everdeen has to build an army against President Snow while everything she holds dearly hangs in the balance. This movie will premiere on November 20th. Next on our list is The Night Before, starring Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This movie will also premiere on November 20th. Next is The Good Dinosaur. From the producers of Nemo, Up, and Inside Out, this movie is about the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs missing and a young Apatosaurus named Arlo meeting an unlikely human friend. The movie will premiere on November 27th. Next, we have Star Wars 7: The Force Awakens. This movie is predicted to be one of the best box office hits ever. The new Star Wars movie premieres on December 18th. Last, we have the movie Concussion, starring Will Smith. This movie is about a doctor who discovers a head trauma in a pro football player, and he then realizes how the head-on-head contact in football can lead to serious injury or even death. This movie premieres Christmas Day.
That's all for today's entertainment. Tune in tomorrow for more entertainment headlines on THS TV's 5 on the 5s. Now to Tyler with today's Tech Talk.
Countless apps have appeared on the App Store that claim to allow users to see who've used their profiles the most, but the apps may just be stealing passwords. The popular app Agent was recently pulled off the App Store after discovery that the app was stealing users' passwords. If you downloaded the app, make sure you change your Instagram password and any other sites that you use that password on. That's all for today's Tech Talk. Tune in next week for more tech news.
So, Sam, is the basketball team playing tonight?
They will be playing the Calera Eagles tonight.
And what time should we get there?
Well, the girls, they're going to play at 6, and the guys will follow at about 7:30. So, it should be a good game tonight.
It will be. I know that it's always a good game. And that's all for today's news.
Tune in on Friday for an exclusive look at this year's Teacher of the Year.
And follow us on Twitter for updates on events happening at THS this week.
Have a great day.
This woman makes dynamite beans.
I do. Pinto. Pinto.
Yeah, they're Pintos. Ask Anderson.
Secretary Clinton just activated a noun challenge. Senator Sanders, you have 13 seconds to list 10 nouns, starting now.
Okay. Grizzly, cute squirrel, bugs, coffin, pig, smoothie, ghost, heavy kid. Come on, Bernie, think.
Oh, time's up for Colonel Sanders.
He shouldn't have said that. Golly jeepers, there's no doubt about it. I like to start with a vacant face.